I'm going to try to review as many chapters as I possibly can, because now I can make videos that are 10 minutes long. I know about all the problems in my reviews, and I will work to perfect those, to get rid of those problems. I will start with chapter 13. First I'll read the chapter, then I'll review it. I might not show the images, the pages, etc. So far in chapter 13, Luffy claims that he just chose his goal a moment ago, but that's obviously not true. You might not believe, that he already chose his goal before. He chose his goal that his goal was going to become the Pirate King in chapter 1 or chapter 2. This is chapter 13, and he's claiming a moment ago. I have evidence. See? It doesn't make any sense. So this is the fucking reason why chapter 13 is only a 2 out of 10. I am not going to give a good review for any of these fucking chapters. Oda is the worst mangaka. Fuck you, One Piece fans. Fuck you. Go kill yourself. Luffy is saying in this same chapter 13 that he came to get payback. Why does he care about only getting payback from this guy, from this dog? He doesn't care about getting payback from Shanks, from Nami, from anyone else. He only gives a fuck about this guy because he's a man. He's so sexist. I already said this before, chapter 13 sucks and is worth less than a dog's fucking tongue. And they use their tongues to clean their own fucking feces. I'm going to review chapter 14 now. I hope that it's good. Unnecessarily, they are giving so much text to one small fraction of a whole entire page. It's too much and it's not reader friendly. This is a waste of time. The population of the villagers increased little by little. How did it increase? Did new people come over there? Did immigrants come over there? Or is it through breeding? They should have made it specific. But Oda isn't a good writer. Another flaw in chapter 14. Luffy is wondering if Zoro is still alive. Knowledgeably speaking, a man who has survived almost a month without eating, who has suffered so many wounds and is called a pirate hunter, he has a great chance of being alive. So why is Luffy wondering whether he's alive or not? It's not like the enemy is very powerful that Zoro can't live. Chapter 14, it's better than chapter 13, but I'm going to give it a low rating because it's not a good chapter as a whole. I'm going to say that chapter 14 was 3.5 out of 10. 3.5 out of 10. Okay, I changed my time. I changed my mind. Chapter 14 was worse than chapter 13. Because the chief, he hates pirates, but he never fights Luffy or Zoro at all. He doesn't fight Nami either, even though Luffy calls Nami a part of his crew. This chapter is 1 out of 10. I'm going to review chapter 15 now, the third chapter in this video. It's called Gong, as you can all see. Okay. The artwork is beautiful. I respect the artist, but the story is not. The story sucks. No one can deny that. Oda unnecessarily wastes his energy in designing these characters that go nowhere. They show up, they lose, they're never heard of ever again. They're minor villains. It's a waste of time. He could have spent this energy in other characters in the story, like giving Nami character development, giving Zoro character development, showing Luffy's backstory, but he never did these things so far in 15 chapters, and it's a bad thing for any writer. All this energy was wasted in drawing and writing these words. This villain, he loses. He loses. So why did Oda have to spend all his time on this? How did he become equal to Shanks? It doesn't make any sense for Shanks to be equal to the clown nose. This old man is a dumbass. He's telling people not to interfere when he knows he cannot protect his village. He can't do it alone. He needs the help of other people. And if he interferes, then he'll just be a liability. But still, he just continues to make it worse for everybody else instead. He's not a good chief, and as a character he should die because his age is old and he's useless. He doesn't provide anything to the story at all. I'm going to review chapter 16 now. Chapter 15, my rating is a 3 out of 10. Oda is a coward. He changed the art style for this chapter. It looks so different. It's not a good idea. It looks like it's a different story now. Anyone can see what I mean. This is not the same artwork. They're just staring. They're being spectators and they're not doing anything. They're just talking and talking and talking. They're not fighting. They're not trying to achieve their goals. They're just messing around. These are not pirates. These are a bunch of jokers. Nami has no right to insult the enemy at all. This is a war and everything is fair. It's Zoro's fault because he could not protect his wounded area at all. He has 3 swords. He should be able to defend himself. What right does this woman have to insult the enemy? She's being abusive for no reason. She should have been attacked instead of Zoro. Why is Zoro so weak? He keeps getting shit on. I expected much better from him. And a better question is, why doesn't Luffy help his crewmates at all? Now, if Zoro is able to defend himself right now, why could he not defend himself before? I understand getting a few injuries to your body from the enemy, but getting such a big injury like in the wounded area is worse. I don't understand that. How could he not protect his wounded area? He doesn't need to protect his other body parts. They could get injured. Oda could have written this more logically, but he didn't. Chapter 16 is a very bad chapter. It's only 1 out of 10. Fuck you, One Piece fans! I am reviewing chapter 17 right now. I don't know if this video will last till 10 minutes, because sometimes my phone malfunctions, and I can't do this on my laptop at all. Zoro is making another false claim. He claims that he won't lose to anyone who calls themselves a swordsman. Well, chapters later, he loses to a man that calls himself a swordsman. I know what he looks like, but I don't know his name. I know because I've already seen some of the future chapters. I didn't go past chapter 40 years ago, and I didn't go past episode 40 years ago when I first tried to watch all of One Piece and read all of One Piece. So Zoro is lying over here. There are other ways for this pirate to get the map for the Grand Line. He doesn't have to get it from this village. He can get it from other people who are already in the Grand Line or other pirates that have connections to the Grand Line. It shouldn't be that difficult for a pirate of his caliber. He claims to have been a contemporary of Shanks, and Shanks is clearly in the Grand Line. The characters are not developing at all. Luffy continues to allow Nami to avoid having fights with his enemies. She's of no use to him at all. And he claims he doesn't want useless, weak people in his crew. So why does he want Nami in his crew? Just because she's a navigator, just because she can help him with the ship. Well, he could have gotten a strong person that can help him steer the ship. That can be a navigator for him and can get maps. But he never did. Luffy's character regresses even more. He keeps... His downfall continues. He has very bad characterization. He's telling people not to interfere with Zoro's fight. Then why did Luffy interfere when Zoro was captured? Why did he give Zoro his swords? He shouldn't be interfering when that's Zoro's problem. That's Zoro's fight against others. Yeah, it's the 17th chapters and you have not made any steps to become the Pirate King.